Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn. I am the average gaming dad, and we are back. Colorado Rockies franchise. Excited to be back. One of my favorite episodes to play and record, which is, of course, the draft and trade deadline. Same with the off season in Madden. It is what makes franchise modes unique, uh, and it is the catalyst for the future of your team. So we're 41 and 43. We've had a decent stretch. Let's just take a quick kind of recap. We're sitting just outside of the National League wild card spots, currently occupied by the Braves, Brewers, and Diamondbacks. We're 2.5 games back. We're playing pretty well. The big question coming into the season was if our pitching rotation would hold up. We're relatively young. We're not very good ratings-wise, but we're somehow piecing together a decent team statistically. Um, Gomber and Lambert. I think if you have guys in the 70s in your starting rotation, I think under a 5 or under a 4 ERA is really good. Under a 5 ERA is kind of what you expect. And that's kind of what we see. Germain Marquez is kind of what we think will be like maybe our future starter. I don't know. He's already 28, so we probably have like 4 more years as long as he continues to play well. He's doing okay. Chris Flexen, another guy, also 28, B potential. He's okay. The thing is, these guys have high ratings in walk per 9 and home runs per 9, and generally that simulates well. Peter Lambert's okay. Austin Gomber's okay. And Kyle Freeland is okay. Statistically, obviously, Kyle Freeland's the worst. 69 overall is nice, but that ERA and that WHIP is not nice. We flip him and Chase Anderson back and forth, but really, most of these guys are not long-term pieces. They cannot be. And our bullpen is decent enough. Lineup-wise, we have multiple guys hitting at or around 300. Which is pretty good. Even, some of our worst guys, like Britton Doyle here, I mean, he has 44 contact at best versus righties. He's batting .219. That's actually pretty good, I think, for starting someone with 44 contact. We need that speed. We need that defense out in center field. So he supplies that, but the dude cannot hit to save his life, and he's already regressing. The fact that he's a 72 overall with D potential is like the max that we can expect from him. So it's not great. Even our backup bats are doing okay. So we're rolling with it. We are rolling with it, and we're doing the best we can. I don't hate it, but I feel like we really gotta make some sort of decision on what we're gonna do come the trade deadline. Do we go ahead and sell what pieces we do have? Nolan Jones is the big one, right? I didn't make that up, right? Yeah. I could have swore he had A potential, but I guess not. So, he's young. He's got B potential. He's a 93 overall. We could get a lot in return for him. He's hitting the ball reasonably well. So, but he's still not I think, playing quite as well as his ratings might indicate. That low vision is absolutely killing us. As we see him swing and miss a lot. But, talking a lot here in the intro, I just don't know what we do. We don't have a lot of great pieces to move. And we're right on the cusp of at least getting into the playoffs, which is some benchmark for success. So I don't know. I think what we'll do here is we'll go through the draft. I think maybe once we get to the mid-July mark after the All-Star break, we'll see where we're at, and if we are within I would say 3-4 games, I think we make a push. We try and make some trades, try and get at least one piece, probably a pitching piece, to come in. And then if we're like 5 or more games out, then we probably sell. That's just the reality of the situation. So, with that said, let's go ahead and simulate to the draft, which is in 7 days. Normally it's like the first weekend. Here's the second weekend. So, we do have one more week of scouting left to do. We were looking at some positional players. And Ron Park was a discovered player that we found that looked absolutely incredible. Doesn't look like he's quite as good as we thought, but he still looks really solid. And so I'll just keep scouting him one more week. And then position players. Cosmo Acevedo looks kind of nasty at 18 years old. So we'll scout him another week. And let's go ahead and change this shortstop. Let's just go through all of the potential players here. Just look for some position players. We're not trying to find any gems. We're just trying to find a quality starter that we believe in. Let's look at David Sandoval, another shortstop here. All right, so that will be our final scouting week. Let's go ahead and sim to draft day. Guardians acquired Josh Lowe from the Guardians. Okay. One thing we did see also, I think we have some All-Stars? That would be crazy. Now I'm blanking. I don't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I really don't remember what I was going to say. Looking for some Rockies players. Like, could have sworn and said that we had. Must be Jonathan Daza. He's hitting 351. So it's got to be Jonathan Daza. That's the only person I think. Oh, Nolan Jones. Okay. Maybe Tyler Kinley, which would be wild if we had a pitcher. That'd be crazy. All right, so let's get to that draft. I don't remember what I was going to say. All right, so here is our first year player draft. Let's hop in. Let's look at our best prospects here. So let's look at those position players. We're picking number 9. So we looked at first baseman William Lane. A lefty masher. I mean, he's solid. And he looks like he could probably start year 1 at first. We have him pretty much fully scouted. I think I would be fine taking an MLB ready player right now. So we'll add him to the queue. The thing is, does he fall to us? He wants $6.5 million, which is almost our entire budget. So that is also one thing to consider. Brady, hello, how are you? It's kind of interesting that Gene Larkin, a relief pitcher, is ranked first overall, but obviously if he's there, he looks incredible, ratings-wise. 81 to 96 potential, and 65 to 80 overall. He could also, obviously he's got to go. I would rather have a starting pitcher that's really good be number 1. You're a Japanese friend. That's pretty exciting. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Brady Kinokuni. I hope I pronounced that right. I really hate pronouncing names wrong. So I feel bad if I mispronounced it wrong. But Kinokuni, Brady Kinokuni. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. What else do we have? Here's a starting pitcher. Again, 22 years old. So there's a number of older players that may be MLB ready. I think we're in a position where we really just take everything that we can get. Do we think Sean Levitt is a generational talent at 18? Maybe. But looking for, our true impact players. A lot of good pitchers here. You're not very good. Oh, okay. So you're not very good at English, but you love Major League Baseball. That is fine, my friend. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at Japanese. But again, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy it, and I am welcome any advice that you may have on this draft. Right now, I'm just kind of going through looking for like true standouts here. Bobby Sexton, holy. Insane velo. Crazy strikeout rate, but super low walk rate. So is striking someone out, or that's it, I guess. Could be an interesting, not really, they usually don't simulate well. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Obviously, a lot of really talented guys, and this is actually a potentially like really this could be a huge draft for us, an absolutely huge draft. There's just so many good pitchers here. It's genuinely hard to choose. Okay. How did Ron Park end up? I thought he was going to be better than that. It's disappointing. And I think there was a catcher that we were looking at too. He slipped all the way down to 98 or 78. Keep him on here though, because we do need a catcher, long-term solution, a catcher. So I think that's probably enough. We really just need some options to get through the first couple rounds. And after that, I think it becomes a little bit less impactful. Japan is tired of hearing about Otani all the time. Many people don't know anything about MLB other than him. Really? That's very interesting. Not that people would be tired of hearing about Otani, but I just thought there was other MLB names that might be more prevalent. So Gene Larkin or William Lane as our number one pick. Both are... I mean, this guy looks absolutely insane. But would he be as impactful as a first baseman? With great contact power. I feel like it's got to be... Oh, man, I just don't know. I mean, really, either one of these guys could absolutely not get to us. So we'll just have to make that decision when the time comes. It is time to start draft number 1. See what we can do. All right, so we don't even get a chance at William Lane. He does go number 1. Pirates are going to have to pay out a lot of money. $6.6 million is his bonus demand. So that's got to be most of their budget. You like Matt Chapman? I love Matt Chapman. I love Matt Chapman. My wife is an Oakland A's fan, and she turned me into an Oakland A's fan. And there goes Mitch Lane, someone we had our eyes on. And Matt Chapman was obviously, their anchor at third base for many years, and especially the most recent years where they made a playoff run. I think that was the 2020 season. Kenneth Barger, he was definitely on the list. Okay. So we still have a shot at Larkin. And I think at this point, he would definitely be my go-to. I think we can get by with the position players we have. So we really got to identify a really strong starting pitcher. Like, we need a future ace. Cesar Pena looks pretty good. We don't have him scouted a ton, but he looks pretty good. We have him all the way at number 12, and he's originally at 76, so there's a really good chance he falls to us. All right. So we do have a chance at Gene Larkin. He's a relief pitcher, so it's not like as impactful, but we have him as the top ranked player in the draft. He very well could be, a 99 potential guy and someone we could start right away. He could be our closer. And I think, given that some of these, we can find quality starting pitchers down the board, I think it is going to be Gene Larkin. He looks 40 years old. His name sounds like a 40-year-old man from Missouri. What's his bonus demand? Only 3.9. We are going to draft who we believe is the number one player in this class. Gene Larkin, welcome to the Rockies. So Matt Chapman's great. He's a good defender, can hit home runs. He's underrated. Absolutely. He's over there with Bob Melvin in the Giants. But he is a quality player, multiple Gold Glover at third base. He's phenomenal. This is the first game you've seen where you draft fictional characters? Really? That's very interesting. Okay. All right, so we got Gene Larkin. Our next pick is at 45. So more than likely, most or all of these guys are going to be gone. This catcher actually looks really good. The potential could be bad. That's a pretty big range, 66 to 86. But definitely not a priority. Tommy Chen could be someone down the board with a quality bat. If we get lucky on the potential, he could be a piece. But definitely, I'm probably going to go pitcher heavy. Although the shortstop looks pretty phenomenal, and he could fall to us, but I doubt it. There's some MLB games on smartphones. Rivals, Clutch Hit, and Baseball. Are these related? Released in the USA? Honestly, I don't know. I don't play like any mobile games, so I wouldn't know what is available readily on the App Store. All right, so our guys are getting picked up left and right here. Let's go to the prospects. Let's start adding some guys to the board here. Let's see. Daryl Hubbard, we don't have him scouted very much, but the prospect of having someone with a really high home run per 9 is really enticing, especially in, playing for us. The Rockies give up a lot of home runs. Let's add him to the queue. Booker doesn't look super impressive. Let's just go to starting pitchers. Who is a future ace here? Cesar Pena? Maybe. Doesn't give up walks, doesn't give up home runs. High potential player. We'll add him. Doesn't give up walks, doesn't give up home runs. Let's add him. Dan Ferguson, Fergie Ferg. We have him all the way scouted, so this is it. Doesn't give up walks, but that's about it. The really low hit per 9 worries me. Also only a 3-pitch mix. I don't know. We'll add him, but I don't see that as being... Now this guy, Coleman Tapia, super high strikeout per 9 and walk per 9 rating. Only a 3-pitch mix, but it's a little bit better variety. We'll add him to the queue. I'm really just looking for high walk per 9, high home run per 9. Like, I'm not too worried about strikeout rate, if we're being honest about it. But this guy, James Cannon, he looks pretty good. A lot of these guys with really high potentials. And that's also something we need, because high potential players can also be excellent trade pieces. Okay, so we added some players to the board. I don't think there were many position players that we had scouted left. Absolutely none. Okay. Any relief pitchers in here? I mean, I don't want to invest too much in relief pitchers, but this guy actually looks pretty incredible. Oh, shoot, we're up next. We're up next on the clock. Okay, so we have to decide. So, Cesar Pena, we have at number 12 overall. High walk and home runs per 9, decent control velocity, and huge break. Limits hits and decent enough hits and strikeouts. Got a 5-pitch mix that looks pretty good. And he's a lefty, which is interesting. We have him 50% scouted. Booker was kind of okay. Brian Valerial looks also pretty good. Let's move him up. But he also was an undrafted or like unscouted player. So there's a really good chance that he drops another round. There was a guy down here that had like really good control rating and stuff. Cannon looks pretty good. Yeah, and Herbert Bridges looks pretty good as well. So those are the starting pitches I want, probably about in that order. And then I don't know if we go back-to-back relief pitchers. I feel like that's a little excessive, because we really don't have any depth at starting pitcher. So we really gotta commit to that. I think it might actually be James Cannon. I just don't know. I don't know. 2 minutes left on the clock. Actually, I think it is going to be Pena here. He looks decent across the board. I just wish there was like something outstanding. He doesn't like excel necessarily at anything, but he's pretty good at everything. Or we could go Valerial. Higher risk potential, but super high walk per nine and home run per nine, decent strikeout and hit per nine. Oh, buddy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Cesar Pena because Brian Valerial, he's a discovered player, so he should fall. He should fall, hopefully. We'll go ahead and draft Cesar Pena. Okay. Let's see. There's some. Okay. So smartphone games aren't very popular in the U.S. Yeah, probably. I mean, not nearly as popular as like a console or PC games. Um, I mean, I bet kids games are probably pretty popular, just because, like at least here in America, a lot of parents just give a tablet to their kids at a very young age to just like watch videos or play games or whatever. So probably games for kids, but for adults, I don't know many adults that are really into mobile games at all. So I'll just say that, I guess. All right, so we get our next pick here at 73. Like I said, Valerial. He looks good. The low hit per nine is a little worrying, but I think he is okay. We have him at 37. So we have him at 37. We're picking him at 73. To me, that's a steal. So let's do that. Get to our next peak here. Peak. We got Cannon, who we have at 50. Wow. Wow. Okay. So both of these guys were discovered players. Both look pretty good. Like we're going to go with James Cannon here. I said super heavy pitcher draft. We knew that coming into this one. We're already to round 4. So we have 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see what we got. Let's look at everyone who we have scouted. Casey Harrington. We have as a discovered player. We had him 50th, but we haven't scouted him very much. Super low walk per nine worries me. Also, super low stamina. Oh, well, he's a relief pitcher, so I guess that makes sense. He's a lefty. It's just that super low walk per nine that really, really worries me. And he opted out of the doctor's exam, so he could be risky from an injury perspective. Another starting pitcher here, Robert Wiley. The bad home run per nine is worrying. Stanley Oka from Japan. Also low walk per nine. Let's see. You know, I think we do go relief pitcher. We already have 2 or 3 starting pitchers. Let's go relief pitcher again. That's 2 starters, I think, and then 2 relief pitchers. A little risky with the low scouting progress and the fact that he opted out of the doctor's exam. Risk reward, his walk per nine is incredibly low, but if we get like 90 hit per nine, 99 strikeout per nine, 94 home run per nine, like if we get the max into that, I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and draft Casey Harrington. Go to our next pick. All right. And we got really lucky with our discovery players. We have so many of these guys that are scouted that we have in the top 100 that have fallen to us. So again, the low home run per nine is worrying to me. But overall, he looks like a solid pitcher. We have him scouted all the way. So let's go ahead and get Robert Wiley. Send him to our next pick, which is our last one. Let's just view all the prospects. We still have one more in the top 100, Matt Matthews. Likely will be him. If every single player we draft, where we have projected to be a top 100 pick, like that's a win, 100%. So let's go all players, any position players left. We do need catcher. I'd be willing to take a risk on someone if they had some level of bat. Campos doesn't look bad, actually. Again, obviously risk reward, but likely a C or B potential player. Probably going to be in the 50s overall and has some kind of bat. You don't expect much out of the catcher, and he actually has decent enough arm strength. So do we go with a position of need like a catcher, or do we go with a top 100 starting pitcher that looks pretty good? I think we got to go with what we know. We at least have Matt Matthews scouted. We know we need pitching, so we're just going to go with it. So all pitcher draft, which is not necessarily uncommon. Cesar Pena, our number 2 pick, has an injury that will affect his long-term potential and current overall rating. So that's disappointing. Now, we're 44 and 46. Like I said, we were going to get through, and I do want to play a couple games in here. So maybe we'll play a couple games in August. We'll see. But let's sim through the All-Star break. We don't do the home run derby unless we have someone in it. And the Diamondbacks are interested in a trade. So they want to take old man Charlie Blackmon off of our hands for a young center fielder, Jorge Barrosa. See potential, 66 overall, 22 years of age. I mean, this should be a no-brainer because Jorge Barrosa is great defensively, which we need in the outfield. Could develop a bat, we don't know. But Charlie Blackmon is the lifeblood of this team, and he's been a Rocky ever since 2011. I'm not trading that player. I almost it would take an impressive amount of capital back in order to get that. Okay. So today is the day to sign draft picks. So Cesar Pena is injured. He said it will affect his short-term overall and his long-term potential. So that's worrying. But we know we want to get Gene Larkin on. So let's just go with our top picks here. Can we lock in Larkin? Slot value is 5.2 and he only wants 3.9. I think we kind of go middle ground, go 4-3. It's about in the middle. No. Cesar Pena, he wants 1.3 and he's pretty interested. He is injured, but we'll go ahead and offer. He signs. How much do we need? 3.9. Okay. I'm willing to scout Villarreal a little bit more. And then we also need to see a little bit more out of Casey Harrington. So let's go ahead and add those guys as well. We'll finalize that and continue to sim. Antonio Senzatella down in AAA is eligible to be reinstated, but he's still out for another 5 to 6 months. So we will keep him on the 60-day. Okay, who were our all-star players? So it looks like Brendan Rodgers was an all-star, which is fantastic. Jordan Beck in the minors was an all-star. Austin wins. All-star, all-stars, lots of minor league all-stars. We could have all-stars up here in the majors, but since they have, the cold hitting designation or pitching designation, we don't know. And it's just never really clear. Like, I can't go to the box score here and see who played, so I really don't know, which is really annoying. All right, so we have another day to sign draft picks. I guess we can look at all-star voting. So starting pitchers, I'm pretty sure it said that we had... All right, so yeah, Brendan Rodgers at second base. He gets the all-star nod. And it looks like that was it. All right, so Brendan Rodgers was our one all-star. Sick. All right, we got another day to sign draft picks. Gene Larkin is almost 100% scouted. He looks absolutely insane. Let's up the money. We'll go up to 5 this time. He still declines. Okay. We're giving him over $1 million over his asking price, and he still won't accept. So that's frustrating. I definitely want to play against the A's, just because that was our previous rebuild team. And I feel like we owe it to them to play. And then, do we even have any divisional players? Diamondbacks, Giants, Padres, LA. We don't have any divisional games. So, anyone ahead of us in the Braves, Phillies, Brewers, Cardinals? No one to play. Okay. So maybe we play the A's and then we'll play 2 games in here. Have a 3-game episode. But we also got to figure out the trade deadline. I mean, we're halfway through the month. We're only a game and a half out. I feel like we're in a position to compete. So let's do it. Let's see if we can make some trades. We really need... I mean, we could go for the gusto and trade everything we have, maybe for Ellie De La Cruz, who probably won't help us in the interim, like in the short term, but down the line, maybe helps us a lot. But what we really need is a quality starting pitcher. I don't think it's 35-year-old Kyle Gibson. I don't think it's 30-year-old Frankie Montas. Although he is pitching well in AAA. He's had a couple decent years recently, and if he's down in AAA, he wouldn't cost much. Oh, but Lucas Giolito may be even better. Be potential 28. Having a good season. Ratings wise, not exceptional, but half the time that doesn't really matter. He has good control. Does it make sense that the Guardians would be trading him? Yeah, they're 12 and a half games back. That does make sense. That does make sense. And he is really the best pitcher that I see. Besides Little, but or Lytle. So let's do it. Let's make our first trade if we can. Giolito, 28 years old, B potential. He's on the last year of his deal. This is the nice thing about not playing with the A's is I can spend some money a little bit. He's having a good season. Let's see if he can continue. So they need a catcher, a first baseman, a left fielder, a shortstop, and a center fielder. What do we have to offer for that? I mean, we could go down here and just find like just some random, like the fact that Chase Anderson even gets this close is kind of crazy. Well, see then you are in luck because this is actually MLB 23. But just for the YouTube search algorithm, I put MLB The Show 24 because it's the most recent game, but this is actually on MLB The Show 23. So I apologize if you feel deceived, but I appreciate you stopping by. And I also like MLB The Show 23. I'm just not in a position. I'll definitely get MLB The Show 25 when it comes out, but I didn't see any huge changes from 23 to 24 in the franchise area, which is pretty much all I play. So you're in luck. You're in luck. This is MLB The Show 23. All right, so Chase Anderson actually gets this kind of close, which is kind of weird, but we'll throw him in there. He's currently our lone reliever, so we can easily replace him as well. They want a catcher. We have a lot of catchers. Drew Romo's probably the future. Who do they have at catcher? They're actually in a much better spot than we are. I don't think we trade Elias Diaz. So I don't think catcher gets us anywhere. I mean, Michael Toglia is the clear front runner for our future first baseman. So maybe we give him maybe like a Hunter Goodman. He's very young, see potential. Also plays catcher and left field and right field, so that covers multiple bases. That should get it done, I think, in real life. But just kidding. And then they need shortstop and outfield. Shortstop and outfield. We could give up Adele Amador. Because Tovar is already starting. He's young and he's wins by, he's ahead by 16 overall points. Amador plays second and third. And we have McMahon and Rogers, who are likely going to be there for a while. So let's do that. All right, so we are sending Chase Anderson, Hunter Goodman, and Adele Amador for Lucas Giolito. All right, so that is our first trade of the franchise. Feels good. Feels real good. And I'm curious about making some other trades as well. So let's go to the standings. Let's go over to the American League. See who's really struggling. White Sox, Athletics, Royals, Angels. Let's go. Let's go to the White Sox. Do we go out and make a huge splash trade for Luis Robert Jr.? He's under contract for 5 more years. This would be a massive trade. And the thing is, I just don't know that we have the draft capital to get it. That's the only thing. But we could go after maybe never mind. He has a 20 ERA. My dog is very upset right now. I don't know why. Could go after Garrett Crochet. But I would love an outfielder or another pitcher. It would be kind of crazy to go after him. But maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. But let's look at the other teams first. So there was Angels. Actually, what if we went after Trouty Boy? 2, 4, 6, 8 more years left on his contract. But that would be a big piece to add right away. I mean, LA without Ohtani. I think that actually kind of makes some level of sense. Let's see if we can do it. The contract is terrible. But and this is the problem. I just don't think we have the pieces to trade for. It would have to be prospects, because that's really what the Angels would be expecting, I think. We could give our best prospect that we have. Actually, I don't think we can actually do this deal. Our 3 best prospects don't get the deal done. So we can't go Trouty Boy. Okay. And then there was KC. In real life, Cole Reagans is way better than that. Maybe some future prospect trades. No. Okay. So I guess that will be it. So Lucas Giolito steps in. He's basically our version of an ace. And now we have 3 guys that are all 28 with B potential that are having an okay time. So our rotation is actually relatively young. Hunter Renfroe's in free agency? Really? He is. Good eye. Good eye. That actually could be a piece because he's good enough defensively. He's slow. But that's a piece that probably could help us. He has a decent enough bat. So, good call out. So he plays first and outfield. So we could sub him in for Britton Doyle, who can't really hit the ball. Great defensively. So maybe Nolan Jones can't play center field for some reason. So maybe Jonathan Daza in center. I kind of like that. I like that. He's 31. What did he bat the last couple years? 30 homers, 250. OPS over 800. I mean, that would be an improvement batting wise to what we have. Yeah, I like that. Seethan. Just wanted to make sure I got your name right. Seethan, let's do that. We're going to sign Hunter Renfroe to. We'll just do 1 year and see how he plays. I'm not adding years. Okay. So we sign Hunter, and then for our lineups, that means, do we have to say one down? No. All right. So then for our lineups, we're gonna have. Where'd he go? All right. So let's add him to the 40-man. Just kidding. 40-man's full. Who doesn't belong on the 40-man? Okay. And then we'll add Renfroe to the 40-man, move him up to the MLB. And then who do we send down? Yeah, I think we send Montero down. Who's even starting at first right now? Chris Bryant. Montero's on the bench. Yeah, let's do that. So Montero will send him down to AAA. All right, and then our lineup is going to be Renfroe in left, Jonathan Daza in center, and yeah, so that gets us a better quality bat, a little bit more versatility, a veteran, maybe we can keep around for a couple years. And we'll just switch those, and then versus lefties, Jonathan Daza at center, and Renfroe in left. I like it. See then, good looking out, my man. All right, so our moves for the offseason, we had our draft, and then we go out and we pick up Lucas Giolito, who's now our highest rated pitcher. He's having a pretty good year. Kyle Freeland gets kicked to the long relief role. Any other roster moves that we might want to make? Sensatella is injured. There's no one else making like a huge splash down in the minors that I think I would be willing to move up. So we'll leave as is. And then we're going to focus on doing draft picks. Then we'll play a game of versus the A's, finish our draft picks, see how well we did, and then do a game or two here for the month of August. Larkin, we offered him 5 last time. We'll go up to 5.3. This is over slot value, and this is almost $1.5 million over his bonus demand. So he signs. We get who we think is the number one player in the MLB draft, the man who looks 40 and has the name of a 40-year-old man, Gene. Potential future closer, definitely going to be a solid bullpen arm. At least that's what we're hoping for. Of course, the draft is always a risk. Robert Wiley seems very interested in signing. And he signs on the cheap. James Cannon, also very interested in signing. We can sign him for super cheap. Matt Matthews, he only wants $227. He declines on that. Makes sense. All right. So we'll let those guys sit for a few more days. Sim 3 days. All right. Valerial signs. Harrington signs. And Matt Matthews still declines. Our 6th round pick is being really stubborn. You have no leverage. The Red Sox are interested in trade. Oh, it's a multiplayer trade. This is something I wish MLB The Show would do more, is I wish that they would have like multi-team deals like you will see in real life, and also like 4 or 5 prospects for a player. Sometimes you see stuff like that. Okay, so the Red Sox want to give us Dinelson Lamet. He's pitching incredibly well. I mean, it's only 16 innings, but a 2.81 ERA, A 1.19 whip is pretty disgusting. And in return, they want Austin Wins, our D potential AAA catcher, okay? And Jamison Hanna, our D potential center fielder. Why do you want this deal, Red Sox? Because you need a catcher. Who do they have at catcher? Oh, wow, they really do need a catcher. Holy. So he wouldn't be their highest rated catcher, but he is a minor league all-star. So there's that. And then they want to take a D potential center fielder. I don't know why, but we will go ahead and accept this deal just because it's good for us. It's kind of a stupid deal for the Red Sox, but it's not my fault they're stupid. Okay. And so we now have our new second highest rated catcher, or relief arm. Now we just got to figure out someone else to send down. Oh, no worries, Brady. You don't have to apologize. Thank you so much, though. Glad to see you back. Do we get rid of Daniel Bard? He's regressing very heavily and he's not pitching well. Let's do that. We'll send him down to AAA. Okay. And then Lawrence is still pitching really well. He has 7 saves, 3 blown saves. It's not a great ratio. Let's see. I feel pretty good with these guys. Let's add. He's got 39 stamina, which isn't great, but we need at least another option for lawn relief. And he's pitching well. So we'll put him in that role for now and see how he does. Okay, so bad deal for the Red Sox, but a good deal for us. Got another day to sign draft picks. We'll go up to 500K. All right, so he signs. So we have all of our draft picks signed. Let's go ahead and sim to this A series. I want to play last day to today is a day to sign draft picks. Okay. All right. So now we have Flexen, Lambert, and Gomber to pitch with. Let's go with Lambert. He is cold right now, so maybe we can help him get hot again. So we'll hop in here. We'll play against our former franchise rebuild team, the Oakland Athletics. Lambert on the mound, and we'll also get to see Hunter Renfroe at bat for the first time. Let's see. Let's check up on these chats. I love more than 3 players too, but it can only be exploited adding a lot of bad players. That's true. That's true. I mean, it's really. I feel like it must be really hard to program trade logic because sometimes you get just the most ridiculous trades, but sometimes you offer good trades, and the CPU wants nothing to do with it. So, but I agree. You probably could abuse that.
Leading off tonight for Oakland, the right fielder.
I'm not really a Rockies fan, Brady. I just, like I said, I'm an A's fan because of my wife, and then I did a 8 or 9 season rebuild with the A's,
Batting second, the center fielder,
where we won
Cable.
3 World Series out of 5 years, and I think 1 or 2 other World Series appearances, and a couple division wins. So kind of built a little dynasty there, almost 10 years, and just looking to do something similar here with the Rockies. As Connor Capel gets on to first with a little blooper on the right.
The left fielder, number 25. Brent.
You like Tober, Doyle, Chris Bryant? Yeah, Chris Bryant's still good in the game, and he's been performing well. But yeah, Rockies had a really tough year this year. And what are you gonna do? Next, once MLB The Show 25 comes out, as we get a pretty generous call there against a really dangerous Brent Rooker. The White Sox are definitely going to be my rebuild team. One of the worst teams in MLB history. I cannot wait to... maybe we should have gone for second there.
The catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Now we have to deal with Bangaliers. He swings at everything, though. You love to see it. That's my boy. This truly is a Shea Langoliers a bat. Just gripping it and ripping it for 3 straight pitches. You'll love to see it. Tovar will be a great player. Yeah, he's been really good in this series too. I really enjoyed having him on the team. I get to see how he develops. Good first pitch there. Looks like we're going to start off this game. Oh my goodness. Is that Lawrence Butler out there and right? What a great defensive play. Let's take another look. That is Lawrence Butler. Wow. Great play. I thought we were going to start off with a single of our own, but apparently not. Now Brendan Rodgers up to bat. A little early on that 91, I think. Very early. Okay. If it's fair, it's gone. It's fair. Off the foul pole. Second pitch. Brendan Rodgers launches one. Just barely. Barely a home run. And the Rockies with an early 1-0 lead. You'll love to see it. Honestly, I feel like if you just loaded up the Rockies with lefty pull hitters, or no, righty pull hitters, you could have them all crush 30 home runs with the way this ball field is built. Would love to go see a game here in the Rockies. I've heard it's great. Oh, I was way late on that. Have some ice cold Coors. It's not the best beer, but winning in Rome, right? There we go. McMahon rips one down into right field.
The designated hitter.
He's got a man on, maybe a little 2-out rally coming.
Blackman.
We'll see what old man Charlie Blackman can do. Face of the Rockies franchise for so long.
No, that's a ball.
Blue maybe misses a call there. That looked like that was in the zone. Kind of 50-50 on the black. And Blackman, okay. Pushes one out. in the left field. That one's a little blooper. We'll take that too.
Batting 6.
And there's Tofar.
Shortstop. Ezekiel.
Brady really likes. He's had some really clutch hits for us so far this year. We'll see what he can do. Batting 275. I'd like to see that OPS go up a little bit more. I'd like to see him hit for a little bit more power. But, ooh. Especially if we can, get him to be a pull hitter. As I said, righty pull hitters out in the stadium could be absolutely dominant.
2-1.
Good launch angle there, but just not enough power. I think that one's going to be fielded, and it is. All right, so we get a solo shot, and then we leave 2 stranded. But a good start. A good start. Now we'll just see if Lambert can continue to pitch well. I mean, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, it's not like the Athletics really threaten that much in the game. In real life, they do. There were stretches where they were hitting more home runs than any other team in the MLB. This is, of course, in real life. We're outperforming duos like Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. They don't get a lot of credit for that, unfortunately, but there were definitely moments where power-wise the team could perform. But hitting for average, they definitely cannot. So that should make for a pretty easy outing for Lambert here. Some decent competitive pitches. Let's go up in the zone and see what that does for us. It's another 50-50 ball. We are getting the benefit of the doubt, I think, from Blue.
Ball 1. 1-0.
The strike zone is very generous. He's called outside pretty much everywhere. Let's see if Ledmus Diaz can do anything here. He spits on the curveball. We'll follow that up with a high fastball. Check swing in the zone. Strike 3. Okay. All right, so we will see Hunter Renfroe in this series of at-bats. Our first one since signing him as a free agent. And Chris Bryant's going to hit a liner out to the right field gap. That one's to the wall. Should be an easy double for him. And we have Hunter Renfroe, thanks to Seethan, who pointed out that he was available out in free agency. So we lose a little bit of speed and defense out in center, but gain a veteran with a much more capable bat than what we had, and I'm okay with that. JP Sears, though, I like that he's not afraid to fill up the strike zone. Oh, and that is so poorly played out in center. Elias Diaz rounding second. He might actually have a chance at it inside the Parker. The relay pitch is coming in home, and he is going to stay at third. I would have sent him just for the memes, but I do have it set to auto, as if like the third base coach is controlling those decisions and not me, because I want this to be more about the team than how well I can play MLB The Show. But still, a very costly error in center field for the A's. Also drives in another run. You got to think Hunter Renfroe is going to be all over a change up center. But we're a little early and he fouls it back. Early again. 3 straight changeups here from JP. And the 4th one gets Renfroe.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jonathan.
We're way out in front, and honestly shouldn't have been swinging at that one. Same with that one, Jonathan Daza. Way up in the zone and late. We got to focus up. And that one is a liner. Caught it second by Geloff. And now Brendan Rodgers. Last 2 batters, we've had someone at third base. We cannot drive him home. Brendan Rodgers responsible for our first run of the game with a solo shot. Oh, we're getting hittable pitches. That one a little chopper to second. Should be out number 3, and it is. So a little uneventful, but we do end up driving in another run. We extend our lead now to 2. And we'll see what we can do here with Lambert again. He's pitched pretty well, hasn't missed exceptionally bad. We haven't had any just maybe 1 or 2 just like complete misses. We've also got the benefit of a few calls from the umpire, who's been generous with the strike zone. But we've been pitching pretty much on the black the entire time, and that will usually lead to a lot of success. Having some trouble putting away Tyler Wade, though. Just fouling everything off. He's batting .317 for the year, and he is going to get on with a single. Right back up the middle.
The right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
0-1.
And now the Law Dog, Lawrence Butler up. Renfroe closing in, cannot quite get there. That's a beautiful changeup.
That's a ball.
I mean, really, Lambert's been locating really well so far.
Ball 2. 2 balls.
It's just his low strikeout ratings. Can't finish the job. Let's see if we can spin it to win it with a little slide piece action. And it is a line out to Tofar at short.
Now batting, the center fielder, Connor Cable.
So Cindy's been pretty good, but it has ran up our pitch count quite a bit. Up now to 44 pitches. And what do we think about just 3 straight fastballs? I think Capel goes around there, but umpire does not say so. He's going to pop up this slider. Now number 2 is in the books. Now Brent Rooker, who hit over 40 home runs this year. Like, the one bad thing about being an A's fan, besides the fact that I'm an A's fan, is that no one really covers the A's and some of the accomplishments that they have. Like, there's not many guys hitting 40 home runs in the totality in the MLB. And Brent Rooker did so very, very quietly. But not quite sure what he was looking for there. As he watches the fastball just go right down the middle. It seemed a little lost. All right, let's see what Nolan Jones can do. So far, we've scored a run in every inning. All 2 of them. Here in the 3rd, whiff on a high fastball. Let's be a little bit more patient there, Jones.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one is going to land. Didn't exactly barrel that one, but it still lands in grass, and it still counts the same.
Ryan.
Low inside fastball, a little late on it. Just kind of fillets it out.
1-0.
And then Sears is pitching out. I guess worried about the steal? Or a slide step, I guess.
1-1.
Okay.
2-1.
I think we have yet to draw a walk so far.
Hee-haw.
Oh, wow. That's when you got to crush. Thought that was going to fall off the table, but it did not. Stayed down the center. McMahon does not go around. And now we have our first, I think this is our first full count. Oh my God.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Ooh, that was bad.
Blocked
The high fastball gets us. You hate to see it. Are we early? Oh my gosh, 77 is so slow.
Ball.
Even though
Ball. 1 strike.
Sears doesn't have exceptional velocity on his fastball, like it's around 91, 93. The fact that he can go from 93 down to like 78, 79 on a changeup is kind of crazy.
He's safe.
So Blackman facing a 1-2 count, and we get picked off.
Out on the tag.
All right, there's out number 2, and this looks like this will probably be a scoreless inning for the Rockies offense. I mean, you never know. We could get a 2-out rally, but not exactly swinging the bats
Ball 3.
super hot right now.
Full count.
All right, we work into a full count. Pitch number 45 coming in from JP Sears. And that one also lands, so that's the second blooper, pretty much in the exact same spot. And we got another runner on.
for Colorado. The shortstop.
Good timing on that one. Good fastball right on the black. Oh, and that one's got a good launch angle. It's carrying. Falls right at the wall. Tovar is going to be on second. I think Blackman's actually going to score, and he does. So we lose 2 men on base, but get the next man on. And Ezekiel Tofar with a nice line into the center left field gap gets us our 3rd run of the game.
Ball. 1-1.
Ooh, grounder to short. That one is fielded cleanly. And there is out number 3. So we continue our run of scoring 1 run per inning. Hey, if you do that, you are going to win a lot of ball games, to be honest.
The second baseman, Zach Gellar.
Hee-haw.
Oh, old Gelly.
No ball.
He ended up being a star for us in our franchise rebuild.
That's a strike.
Let's hope he does not do damage against us here. 1 for 1 on the day.
Ball. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
Shows good patience,
Uh-huh.
but then watches a changeup go right down the center of the plate. That's, I think, the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that.
D-Rock.
And the A's batter just
0-1.
watching a very clear strike for strike 3. Langoliers flies out into right. And this is a much more efficient inning than the last. I think, 5 pitches so far with 2 outs. And that is going to be a 6-pitch inning for Lambert. I'll happily take that result. All right. Into the fourth, we got Elias Diaz on. Last game only went 1 for 5. 1 for 1 on the day so far. High fastball, lined out to center. Good timing on it. Okay. And that one, Renfroe pulls that one. There's out number 2. So it looks like we will also have a very quick inning here unless something changes drastically. Good timing on that one. Pulled it down. But just not enough power. But just like innings past, 2 outs and we get a runner on. We've been very good about hitting with 2 outs. Which I guess is one way to do it. Making good contact on Sears, though. Which, I mean, his ratings aren't great, right? 61 hit per 9. Getting fooled a lot on these high fastballs, and that's actually out number 3. All right, so Blackman reaches way up high for that one. Ends up getting punished for it. Now halfway through the game, we have a okay lead. 3 runs is not great, but Oakland's offense has not really shown us much to be scared of. Though Jordan Diaz gets on. I think really we just continue to just pound the zone and force the A's to make the plays with the bat. Which so far they have not demonstrated they can do, but Aledmus Diaz gets a single there. Liner out to right, and they have 2 on with no outs. We need a double play or a strikeout pretty badly here.
1-0.
So we're going to pitch for it. And I think we have it. Okay, we get 1. Now Lawrence Butler, who has some good pop in his bat. I don't know if he does in the game, but in real life he certainly does.
0-1.
Definitely starting to miss a little bit with Lambert. He is not locating exceptionally well with that fastball. We've seen, I mean, that sucks. I don't want to strike someone out on a ball, but I guess we'll take that if we got him right.
2-2.
Errant throw, unable to be gloved. We got to challenge him here. We're going to see if Jones can deliver a strong throw to first or to home. Not bad, honestly. Not the worst throw I've seen, but also just not gloved. All right, A's scratch across the run. That's what I get for talking so much, for talking smack on him. Oh.
Out of there.
All right, so Lambert gets pelted in the ankle, it looks like there. Ricochets off to the third baseman, who ends up making the play, but luckily I don't see any injury designation coming up, so I think he's still in, but I think we do need to go to the bullpen. Let's test out Dinelson Lamet. He is our new trade piece from Boston. And let's also warm up Brent Suter, just so we have a lefty ready. And actually really looking at Geloff and Langoliers really struggle versus lefties. I think we are going to send in Suter up next. could definitely use another one or two more lefties in the pen. Making good contact with some of these balls, just a lot of them just liners to the infield. Maybe we need a bit more patience, just work some more walks. But I like to be aggressive at the plate. If it's well in the zone, I think you should be swinging. I know from a data perspective that doesn't always work, but you're not going to get hits if you don't swing the bat. Good timing on that one. Middle of the plate, just doesn't land. But Blackman's does. Again, not hit hard, only 66 off the bat. But it finds grass. And again, for I think the fourth inning in a row, we have a man on with 2 outs. We have been so good at getting a man on with 2 outs. And there's that ridiculously slow changeup. And another line out to third, so we get sat down. Back-to-back innings where we don't score a run, but we still have 2 hits on the, or 2. We still have 10 hits through 5, so it's not like we're not hitting the ball well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
We just need to string these together when it matters.
Number 39, Brent Suter.
Ball, no. 1-0.
So Suter, absolutely no velocity to his game. Only 90 on the sinker, and not even up to 80 or up to 90 on the fastball. So we're just looking to locate really well. Try and get the ball maybe in on the hands here. Okay. All right, so we get rookie to dribble one down to first base.
Up next
And the very dangerous hitter is out. Now with Geloff and Langoliers, ratings-wise, they're not good against lefties. So I think we can challenge them. Famous last words, right? There we go. Strikeout for Suter. Shea's staying alive here. That should be a ground out. Shea does have good speed, though. And he actually does beat out the throw. He's very fast for a catcher. One of the faster players on the A's roster.
No.
We'll see if that, continues on in his career. Oh my. Seth Brown with a rocket out into right field. That is going to tie the game. Seth Brown definitely not known for his ability to hit lefties. Only 49 power versus lefties and only 35 contact. But
No. 1 ball. No
Suter
strike.
gives one up. 2 runs back to Oakland and
That's a ball.
gets some tough calls from Blue as well. Jump throw from third to first is in time, but damage done. Sethi goes yard, just cranks one out to right. An absolute no-doubter.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the A's.
All right, and now we will face off against Austin Pruitt, and I think that's probably enough for our lefty. Let's see what we can do. Let's go to Lamette. Unfortunate. Now all squared away here in the bottom of the sixth. And first pitch swinging from Chris Bryant. Off of Pruitt. This one goes on to right field gap. That's going to be a stand-up double for Bryant. And he's hyped. 17th of the season. That is a slider right down the middle. Diaz with a ground out to Geloff at second. But we move the base runner over to third. And now we just need something to touch grass, and we will have the lead again. And there's Renfroe, our new free agent signing. Thank you, Season. Is it possible for the Rays to play in Oakland while their field is Tampa is destroyed? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. As far as I know, they haven't done anything to the Coliseum. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they could play there. That would be awesome because it has a massive capacity. You know, at the last home game that we had there, because next year, of course, the A's are going to Sacramento. It's like 45,000, almost 46,000 fans showed up to the last home game. The place is absolutely electric. Yes, I know the ballpark is just basic. It looks like it's made out of it's just solid concrete. It's not fancy. It's just a concrete circle with seats where you go to watch baseball. But there's appeal to that. I like that. So yeah, I guess, but to answer your question, yeah, I don't know of any reason why Tampa Bay couldn't play a playoff game there. As Brendan Rodgers singles, I mean, Pruitt is just teeing these up. And Jones is not going to miss. It is high. It is deep. It is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, pack your bags. Next stop, Pound Town, 406 feet. That's a 2-run shot. And we are back up with a 4-run lead. Explosive 6th inning here. But like I said, Pruitt was literally just teeing them up for us. We got our opportunity, and we did not miss. Now we'll see what McMahon can do here against Perez. Pretty good pitch there. A little bit unlucky on the call. And that one is also going to end up being a single. A's pitching struggling a little bit here. Have been doing well to keep us at bay the last 3-4 innings. It's a nice low type fastball. Got to give credit where credit's due. But Blackman 3 for 3. Probably reaching a little bit there. Now in an 0-2 count. Be difficult to dig out of this one. That one does get through. Geloff is not able to field that. Good diving effort there. But Blackman gets on and now has a 4 for 4 day. Old man still got it. So far 1 for 3. I think he has 1 or 2 RBIs on the day as well. Oh, he got a pitch to hit. And that one's also going to land. Rolls to the wall. Tovar is going to come on with a double. Clears the bases. 2 more runs on the board. I hate to beat up on the team that I love, but if you're just going to throw fastballs down the middle, it's hard not to swing at those. What are you doing? Let's take a moment to appreciate the dog of the stream. We got Brick here. That was a good boy. Yeah. Oh, good boy. Yes. The mascot of the stream, Big Man Brick. Yeah. Good boy. What? It's not your dinner time. You still have an hour. All right, back here in the game. Momentary doggy break. Oh, that was another pitch to hit. We're a little under it and a little late. And that will end the sixth. But an explosive sixth inning for the boys. Put up a six-piece in the sixth. And now, as long as our bullpen doesn't blow this, see what we can do.
Rockies. Number 34, Dinelson Lamet.
All right. And now we get to see first pitches from Dinelson Lamet, who we got via trade from Boston. He is a 30-year-old righty, having a really good season, pitching well, sub-3 ERA. We got him on a bargain for a couple old pieces.
No.
And he is now tied for
That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
tied for our highest rated reliever at 70 overall. So he's not exceptional, but he's pitching really well. And I would like to see Tyler Wade go down on a running two-seamer away. No, we throw right down the middle, and we give up a home run. And the 2 home runs that we have given up this game have been in the hardest part of the field to hit a home run by guys whose power is in the 40s. Okay? So, unfortunate to say the least.
No.
But can't be scared to throw the pitch. We'll go back to that two-seamer.
Ball 2.
Don't get the call there. Lamet
Ball.
cannot locate right now. His confidence is drained. Gonna have to challenge him. We need to get something in the strike zone. Okay?
3 balls, 1 strike.
A little worried about throwing the two-seamer again, but we will go for it. Swing and a miss. And we work ourselves back into a full count. And then the slider sits him down. That should boost his confidence quite a bit. Now hopefully we can use that to locate a little bit better. There we go. Also helps when you get the strikes called strikes from the umpire behind the plate. And are we going to have a 3-pitch out against Connor Capel? Spin it to win it with the slide piece, and we get it. All right, so we give up a solo shot. Obviously not great, but we go on to get the next outs. And let's get some other arms warmed up. We'll give Lamet maybe one more inning. Beautiful pitch there. Holy. Absolutely dotted up low to and away. And then Diaz turns on that fastball, but just turned on it a little too early. That one's foul. 0-2 count coming in. I would like to see in the game, I feel like 90% of the time, if you're in an 0-2 count, you can put down your controller and walk away because you're getting 2 more balls. Like, they just don't challenge on 0-2 counts. I know in real life that doesn't happen too much either, but I would like to see at least sometimes. Good pitching there from Perez. Sits down Diaz. And now we got Hunter Renfroe, newly acquired free agent, 1 for 3 on the day. And now, 2 for 4. Just kidding. I thought for sure he had that. I was wrong. We will challenge it. And the result? Oh, he was safe. He was safe. All right. I was right after all. He did leg it out. That's now 2 for 4 day for Renfroe. Jonathan Daza, good timing. We just whiff on that. Holy.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
96 contacts versus lefties. 83 vision, and we whiff with good timing. That's kind of crazy.
Ball 2.
Good eye on those next 2 pitches, though. Very, very close. Oh, and then we're so early on the changeup after seeing back-to-back fastballs. Good pitching by Perez. Not the best swing there from Jonathan Daza. Holy. That one is not going to have enough carry. Fly out to right. Runner at first retreats. And now we'll have Brendan Rodgers to come in and hopefully extend this inning out. And he does not. Great diving effort from the shortstop. Flips to Geloff at second. We still have a 5-run lead, though. We've already given up 1. But we'll see what Lamet could do. He got through the last inning on just 16 pitches. Which is not great, I guess. Rooker. Good power. Oh. And drives one through the infield. It's going to be a single for him. His first hit of the day, I think. I would love to work this, like, you know, the 2-seamer running away. Coming back with the slider. It's just not working. Just go for the 4-seamer up top. Daza gets there. And Bangaliers does have a hit on the day. I think that's the first time he has not swung at a pitch. And then can we sit him down on the slider? We.
No. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I don't know about that one, Blue. I feel like we should have gotten that call, but we do not. Langolier still stays alive. Fouls off the next 2 fastballs up. Let's try the slider down. We miss badly. Wowzers. Man, we just cannot put Langoliers away. Fouling off everything. But
Now batting, the first baseman,
ooh,
Seth Brown.
just got some trade rumor updates from the NFL on my phone. They're talking about Mike Williams from the Jets. Talking about Cooper Kupp from the Rams. Do we really think the Rams are going to trade away Cooper Kupp coming back from injury? I don't see that happening. But we have made it now through the 8th. We'll have one more opportunity to extend our lead, and then let's go with
Lucas Erceg.
Let's go with Jake Bird. Let's see if he can put this one away. Not a safe situation. So we can save our closer for another day. Nolan Jones 2 for 4 with a homer as well. And he hits a rocket out in the center. And it's caught on the warning track. Thought maybe we had a chance there. Good timing. But alas, it was short. Then we whiff on 2 sinkers. We're very early on 93. Are you sure about that game? Oh, 36 vision. Just fighting off these sinkers on the black. These are good pitches. Pulls that one. Those are some very well located sinkers. Let's see what Charlie Blackmon can do. Having a 4 for 4 day, very, very rare for a batter to go 5 for 5, but Charlie Blackmon does it, and does it in style. 107 off the bat, a rocket to the wall, and the old man goes 5 for 5 with a double to end it. Absolutely incredible stuff. What a day. Like, statistically, a 5 for 5 day is very, very rare. That's like actually quite the accomplishment from Charlie Blackmon. You love to see it.
1-1.
So far, great pitch to hit. I mean, that slider fell right down in the middle of the plate. We can't make the most of it. We will switch over to Bird.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 59.
And we'll see if we can put this one away. I mean, I don't know what else you're looking for, brother. You got 2 sinkers right down the middle. The dog's really upset about the pitching. Come on, put him away. Nope. That, holy, how do you... I have no idea how you even hit that ball and get that angle. Oh my God, that 98 break is vicious. Did we see how much that slurved? Holy. Ledmus Diaz grounds out. And that slurve is dangerous. Holy cow. Tyler Wade can't do anything with it. Rockies win. And now we are going to see how our first draft went. We signed every player, and every player that we drafted, we had ranked in the top 100, including a player that we had as our number 1 player in the draft, a relief pitcher. But I'm excited to see what we do. Brendan Rodgers somehow wins player of the game, going 2 for 5 with 1 homer and 2 RBIs, when Charlie Blackmon goes 5 for 5 with a double and 2 runs. Suter gets the win, coming in the 6th. Pitched an inning, allowed 2 earned runs, but still got the win. And the loss goes to Austin Pruitt, who came in the 6th and gave up 4 of our 6 runs there. All right. We got a AAA injury from Kyle Datres. Shoulder tear, out 1 to 2 months. We'll put him on the 10-day and see how he progresses. Sim this last day of the month in the series with Oakland, which we win 2 out of 3. It is the trade deadline. It is the trade deadline. I don't know what trades we can make, though. We already got Giolito. I would like to see Chase Dolan. Like, why are you not progressing? We're halfway through the year. Actually, I bet. Do we have training set? I mean, the only thing that really matters when you simulate games is these ratings, like the walk per 9, K per 9, all that. So I'm just going to put everything on pitching coach section or session. I guess clutch does matter at times, but for the most part, just it should always be pitching coach session. The rest I will look at later, but it's kind of frustrating that we have Dollander. It says his overall is going up, but I see no ratings going up. So I don't know what is going up, but his overall says it's going up. So, okay. What are we doing? We are seeing. All right, we do have all of our draft picks signed, correct? Yes, none to sign. We will send one more day. And now, drum roll, please, as we are going to see how well we drafted. Oh! We had a above average draft. We had a pretty good draft. We had, I would say we're like a solid B. I would love to see some A potential guys. We had 4 players that could go up to 90 plus potential. We didn't get any of them to land in there, but our first round pick and the one that we said was ranked number 1 overall is Gene Larkin, the relief pitcher, the lefty. He's already a 73 overall, so he automatically becomes our best reliever. He has pretty good ratings across the board. Lacks a little bit of control, clutch, break, but everything else is solid. Solid enough. He's got a 4-seamer, a slider, a changeup, and a 2-seamer with decent velocity, and he hails from my home state of Missouri. I currently live in Arizona, but I grew up in Missouri, so it's nice to see a hometown kid come up. Breaking control very low, but decent velo. He should be a solid bullpen arm. I'm fine with that, and he can start in the MLB probably next year. We'll probably start him at Double-A just to get his feet wet, but we're likely to bring him up pretty soon. Cesar Pena, who was injured, and it said it would affect his long-term potential, ends up being an 81 potential, which still is not bad, and he's a 55 overall. So he still has a long way to go, but I feel solid about that. He's got good velocity, good break, and decent stamina. He just has to work on those ratings. Valerial, same thing. Decent stuff, good break, decent velo. Doesn't give up a ton of walks, which is nice, but he still has a ways to go. Nice 5-pitch mix. James Cannon, C potential 67 overall. Another, doesn't give up a lot of walks. Good velo, good break on his pitches. So he'll likely simulate really well. And this Casey Harrington is one I was kind of on the fence about because of that really, really low walk per 9 rate. but he has a super high strikeout rate. He's only a 55 overall, and he already has a 76 K per nine, which means I'm sure that will max out at a 90, like at a 99. So he could be very good. We'll just have to see how he develops. Wiley, good K per nine, good walk per nine rate, good stamina, good velocity, another lefty. And Matt Matthews, 77 potential, looks okay, limits hits, not anything exceptional. So not a bad draft, but definitely not like great. Anyone out here that's exceptional? I mean, this is pretty good. 18 years old, already a 70 overall, great contact skills, great defensive skills, 88 overall potential. Like, that's pretty good. So Giants nail a really good piece. Same thing with David Sandoval, 67 overall with 87 potential. David Koo, 63 overall with 89 potential. Those are some good picks. Wow. Yankees draft well. They have a closing pitcher and a left fielder with A potential, as well as a first baseman with an A potential. Really good draft from the White Sox. 4 B potentials and 1 A potential player. That's pretty solid. Guardians have a pretty bad draft. Detroit, not great. Royals, not great. A's, okay. They go out and get 5 starting pitchers, 4 of them all with mid to high B potential. That's an excellent draft. That is an excellent draft. Okay. Phillies blew it. Washington with a solid draft as well. So I would say we probably had probably like a top 5, top 10 draft out of all the other teams that we saw. I'm pretty happy with it. We got 4 potential future starters, and we got a really good relief arm that can start right away in Gene Larkin. Casey Harrington could be a strikeout machine. We'll see. But I'm happy with that draft class. I'm happy with that draft class. All right. Where are we at? 5. Okay. All right. I do want to play. I think we'll play one more game, and then I'll probably call it for this episode. Who haven't we played? I think. I don't want to play the Braves, but maybe we'll do that next stream. Why don't we play St. Louis? Because I think they're ahead of us in the standings, which is also important. We made trades in an attempt to get into this wild card spot. We haven't made up any ground. We're 3.5 games back. Mets, Padres, Brewers, and Phillies ahead of us. Maybe we play this last game against the Padres. Actually, you know what I want to do? I do want to play St. Louis, and so what we're going to do is we are going to play St. Louis. We're going to try to go for the sweep, and we are going to play with Lucas Giolito, our bigger trade piece that we made. He's still pitching well, a 3.48 ERA, 7-5 record. Let's see if we can get that to 8-5 against the St. Louis Cardinals, and that will be, we're playing here in Busch Stadium. This will be our last game of the day for the stream. Getting a headache, and we need to make and I need to make dinner. Do we sit Diaz? He's cold and he's kind of tired. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll sit him. Brian Serving comes in. All right, let's see what we can do. COD time, J-Ro. After this game and after I eat dinner. So probably like in an hour and a half. I need to make some coffee too. I have a headache. Hey, buddy. That's a good boy.
Leading off for Colorado.
All right.
Center fielder.
So we're facing off against Steven Matz. Sinker, changeup, sweeping curve, and a slider. And we start with the lineup. I'm already drink more water. I've already
The second baseman.
closing in on a gallon for the day, my friend.
That's a ball.
I think it's just a lack of caffeine. All right, Brendan, what do we got?
Ball.
That was a good changeup to hit, just a little early on it. We are not as good versus lefties as a team. Have to fight off that curveball. In on the hands. We're a little late on it. Maybe could have hoped for a ball there. But I don't know. I would hate to strike out looking.
Inside, ball one. Ball.
Okay.
2-1.
A little early on the circle change. 86 is pretty fast for a changeup.
Count is full.
Way off with the sinker. We have a full count. Do we get a challenge pitch?
Ball four.
We got one.
The third baseman.
Probably should have been strike 3,
Ryan.
but we get the gift.
Ball one.
There, and blue is not calling anything on the black right now. There's one. Okay.
Safe. One ball, 2 strikes.
Really late on that sinker. Hard to track the ball in this stadium. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but not trying to just make excuses, but it's a little hard to see the ball.
0-1's the count.
All right, Giolito, let's see what you got, buddy. Start with a ground out to McMahon over at third.
Out.
Goldie. Old man still playing, still got it.
That's a ball. One ball, 2 strikes.
But does not have it on against the curveball there. Completely whiffs. And then whiffs on the subsequent slider.
Hey.
So far, Giolito doing a good job filling up the strike zone. Getting ahead in the count. Ooh, that one driven very well. But driven foul.
Nope, that's a ball.
Dang, that one was close. That's a good eye, or Donovan was just absolutely frozen. But it's a grind out to Rogers into the first. There we go.
Ball. Ball one, no strike.
Oh, Blackman got a hold of that one. Driven to the wall. That's going to be a double for the old man. Maybe a triple? No. He doesn't go for it. Also, if you ever go to Busch Stadium, if you go right over... Oh, I'm trying to point to the TV like you can see it.
Nope. Ball one.
If you go... past this wall, just walk straight this way. There's actually like a couple hotels, but there is a wonderful barbecue spot that is very affordable and has really, really good barbecue. So just go to third base, turn left, and then walk straight, and you'll find it. Little pro tip for you guys if you ever visit St. Louis. Oh, get through. It does not.
He's out.
Damn it. So far, productive out.
Batting seventh, the
Gets
first
Blackman
baseman
over to
for
third.
Chris Bryant.
Reaches out a little bit for that changeup. Need to be a little bit more patient. Oh.
Ball one's the count.
Woo. Missed bad on that one. But not. Oh my God. What a great defensive play.
The catcher. Bryant.
Dog's going crazy. Perfect, an absolute piss missile down the third base line and snagged. That was just a great defensive play. And that one's not going to get through either.
Out.
Damn. So, good leadoff hit. We get a double out of Blackman, but can't get him 2 more bases home. Could be a pitching duel. We'll see.
0-1.
Matt certainly has had it so far. Oh my.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Out.
McMahon certainly took his time getting to that one. Would have liked for him to a little bit more hustle to charge that one. Nolan Arenado, though, slices this one out into right field. Jones fields it. Really good throw in, honestly. Kind of had a chance at it. Kind of not.
Aye. 0-1's the count. Oh, and 2.
There we go. Strikeout for Giolito. Really like working that high fastball. And the curveball off of it. Mixing a slider, really working that like north-south pitch mix.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
See if we can spin it to win it on a slide piece. That sits him down. That's a pretty quick inning. Very efficient, a lot of swing and miss. But Mats has been good. I've been having a hard time tracking these balls. I mean, we got that one right down the middle. It's so funny. My dog like knows whenever he's not doing something, or when he's doing something he's not supposed to. He like ran by the door and saw me staring at him and stops and like looks at me. Oh shit, got caught by dad. All right, someone needs to hit one and drive one. What is this guy's ratings? They're not that good. We're getting good timing.
Ball one.
We have had some pretty bad flails where we have just swung at pitches we should not be swinging at.
Nope.
I will admit that. But we've also gotten some very hittable pitches way inside the zone, like that one. A little early on it, but still.
Ball, that's out.
I mean, slider, middle. Caught on the warning track. Pitching duel here so far as we're in the bottom of the third with no score for either team. Giolito pitching really well. Happy with what I've seen so far.
Three.
Another strikeout for him.
Nope. Count 1-0.
Uh-oh. Renfroe headed back, but I think this one is gone. And Mason Wynn takes Giolito deep and breaks the tie just over the left field wall. Fastball in. What is it with this game, man? We've had 3 home runs hit on us, all of them with guys with power in the 40s. Not exactly what you would expect, right?
No balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, that fastball was pretty close to being, middle. So I can't say it was like a great pitch. But just a little surprising when someone with such low hit power is able to just knock one out of the park. But we sit down the following batter, and now we face Goldie. Sends a rocket out. Foul down the third baseline.
Ball, that's outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
I mean, I don't know if you can locate a fastball much better than that one. We don't get the call, but we end up taking out Goldie on the slider. But we are down a run. Let's see what we can do here. We've certainly had our opportunities. And we're going to get another one here as Nolan Jones is going to single. Line around to center. Wow, McMahon has to duck out of the way. Dodge, dive, dip, duck, and dodge. Like I said, the team as a whole does not hit lefties very well. So I'm not necessarily surprised. But
2-0.
I'd like to see a little bit better contact hitting. I mean, we didn't need to swing at that one at all. But we did. I'm very good at this game. 2-2 count. Get a waste sinker away. I mean, with 45 contact, I would take a walk. And we get one.
Ball 4.
Sinker away, Ryan McMahon.
Designated hitter, Charlie Blackman.
Blackman hit a double at his first at-bat. Let's see if he could do that. That would certainly Driving at least one, you would think. Unlucky call there by Blue. Oh, man. We're getting diced up a little bit. He is really working the inside of the plate. Holy cow. I'm going to go down on the very, very low changeup. Wow. Just getting absolutely cooked in these last two at-bats. Please get through. It doesn't. Damn, dude. Matz is pitching extremely well. Just seeing just constant changeups and sinkers low in the zone. You have no idea.
That's a ball.
Or at least I don't, because I'm not very good. Oh, get there, Renfroe. Run! Run! Oh, my God. Renfroe, you're fired. I thought... Oh, my God. So I think... I'm charging with Renfroe. I think this ball is just going to die. Like, just dribble. Nope, it takes a huge hop over his head. And completely whiff. Weird physics there. Back in the zone. Let's see if we can get... Oh my God. It's not low.
Did he go?
So we don't get that call either. I'm not a fan of walking batters. What's up, sweetie? That works. So we end up working a strikeout in that at bat.
Nope.
And we are going to get out of this one.
He's out.
So despite the little bit of a fielding error, we still managed to shut down the remaining batters and keep this one tight. Well hit ball by Servin, but ends up just being a line drive out in the left. I mean, circle change right down the middle. Good timing. Another circle change right down the middle. Good timing. Just early. No wind to deal with.
I got a ball, one strike.
Tiger Claw Studios just subbed. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. So our offense is just struggling to get anything to land. We only have a few hits. Made decent enough contact. We've also just had some at-bats where we've just gotten absolutely bamboozled between the changeup and the sinker. You are enjoying the stream? That's good to hear. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback and the subscription. I really do appreciate it. But luckily, outside of the one solo shot we've had, Giolito has pitched really well. Only 54 pitches. That was 55 through 4 1/3. Infield's doing its job pretty well. We've seen some really good defensive plays. It's just the bats are really struggling. But we also saw in the last game we played, we put up 6 runs in the 6th. So as we head into the top of the 6th, maybe this is our time to shine. How do we not just blast that, dude? Oh my goodness, we get a curveball down the middle of the plate. Good timing. Nothing, man. And like Mats doesn't have exceptional ratings. So I think the baseball gods are just smiling on the Cardinals a little bit today. And that happens.
2 balls, no strikes.
But I think the team can pull through. It's only 1 run. 1 run is not going to be enough to get you a lot of wins in Major League Baseball. As long as our pitching holds, I think we can get it together. There we go. A nice little perfect from Nolan Jones. 110. Rocket off the bat out into right. Okay. I said we've gotten hittable pitches. Gotten good timing. We just got to get them to drive. Okay with taking a pitch there. Sinker low is hard. It's a hard pitch to drive. Oh my goodness. Another sinker, middle of the plate. Just a little bit late on it. Good fielding. Good defense from the Cardinals so far as well. Blackman, please land in some grass. It's not. Oh, Mats is getting so lucky with these pitches down the middle. I mean, honestly, pretty lucky.
Oh, 2 is the count. He's out.
But Giolito has been really good on our side, so we just have an old school pitching duel going on right now.
Ball. 1-1.
I just hope that Giolito can outlast Mats, though. Our bullpen's not exceptional. They played pretty well throughout the year, but it's not like we know they're going to come in and just dominate a team. It's just not the ratings that we have. What a play at third. That shows great range and reacted. Only 3 hits on the day. This has been a very slow offensive game, but I still have hope we can turn it around. Forever the optimist. Just give me one down the pipe. Ooh, if that one would have been fair, that would have been a blessing. But just foul. Okay. I mean, Mats' energy is almost completely gone. You got to think they're going to pull him if we can hit anything. As soon as we get a man or 2 on, I imagine they pull him. Good eye there from Bryant. Oh, please land. That one does. Okay. So we get a man on with 1 out. Will they take Matt's out?
Your attention,
yes.
please. Now pitching for the
So now we get Andrew Wantz. Really oh my goodness, 99 hit per 9. That does not bode well for us. But it is a righty. And we do hit righties considerably better. All we need is one mistake pitch. That wasn't it. So 3 inside fastballs. You got to think we're looking at a slider next. Cutter. Now the slider. Another cutter. I really don't know what's going to happen here. There's the slider. Way out in front. Good Lord. Early on 94, okay. Come on, Hunter. You got your 1 year prove it deal. Now you just have to prove it. Bad call there from Blue. I agree with the fans. Oof. Gave that one a pretty good ride, but that's going to be a fly out. What a bummer. Nolan Gorman has been 1 for 2 today. Talented hitter. And he gets sat down. That was pitch number 69 for Giolito. It's been so efficient. Just not missing a ton.
Ball 1. 1-0.
I love the amount of swing and miss we've gotten. I feel
Ball. That's inside.
okay. Feel really good about this trade. I think he could be a nice long-term piece for us if he continues to pitch like this. Even in simulation, he's pitching well. That slider is not a good one, though. Right down the middle.
Full count. That ball.
Okay. Oh, God. We're flirting with danger here a little bit. Arenado is just fouling off absolutely everything. Running our pitch count up, but we do sit him down finally. Get this high fastball working, come back with a curveball, but I don't think we're going to get that opportunity. Servin is able to snag that one. Get a nice little look at Busch Stadium. You can just see the arch in the background. The flags, the building, then there's the arch behind it. Always fun to go to if you ever visit St. Louis. All right, Jonathan Daza, show me something, brother. 37,000 in attendance today. It's good to see. Oh man, a little dribbler. Who's going to win, the feed or the pitcher? The pitcher wins. Okay. Just a little early on the changeup away.
Second baseman, Brendan Roger.
Slider is so good.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Tried to go 3 for 3. We at least made contact with that one. And they're going to change pitchers? Why in the world would you change pitchers? He had to have been just like completely out of energy or something.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 47, John King.
Oh, please land fair. Oh, I should have swung at that one. Oh, that one's going to be fair. Yes! Nolan Jones. Finally get on with the double. We have a man in scoring position.
Now batting, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Come on, McMahon. Come on, McMahon. Wait, McMahon can't hit lefties for anything, right?
Count 1-0.
Yeah, 45 contact versus lefties. We don't really have any better options. That's unfortunate. Oh, but we don't need one! We get a rocket! Out into center field. Fielded on the warning track. The throw-in is fine. But we get an RBI double from Ryan McMahon. Clutch hitting here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. And we finally get a run across the board. A changeup right down the middle. And we punish him for it. Blackman should have barreled that one. That was another pitch right down the middle. But, oh, we finally get a run across. We tie it up. And I think we leave Giolito in. We'll warm up a lefty. And probably just the closer. And we'll see what we can do here against the bottom of the order, starting with Tyler O'Neill. Talented young outfielder for the Cardinals. I mean, that's a strike anyway. Okay. I feel like we haven't really worked the inside of the plate that much. Let's see if we can go there. Giolito getting a little bit fatigued here. Closing in on 90 pitches. He just saw 2 changeups in the same spot. I think if we go with the fastball, he whiffs. You love to see it. Oh, man. Andrew Kinzinger just barely scoops that one.
Your attention, please.
And then they put in Steven Kwan to pinch run.
Pinch running at first for the Cardinals, number 38, Steven Kwan.
A double play would end it. Well, in the inning.
That ball is foul. Nope. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Too high. Ball.
Oh, those are good pitches. McMahon, Rogers.
Oh.
We get the double play on the slider. We're fighting. We're fighting. Let's go.
Attention, please. This change for the Cardinals. Now catching, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
But now we probably got to go to a different pitcher. It's going to be the closer, Justin Lawrence. Needs someone to clutch up here. Oh! Oh God, it's running! It's running, it lands! It bounces off the wall! Tober for second! And he stands up at second. Oh my goodness, he just reached out there and just barely scooped. That was not a good pitch to swing at, but he just scoops the sinker. Oh, bad ball hitting. You love to see it. Chris Bryant, take me home, baby. Probably one of our best hitters against lefties. Help me, Chris Bryant. You are my only hope. Oh, God. It's high. It's deep. It's gone! Chris Bryant with a 2-run shot, his 12th of the year, reaches up and hits the high fastball just into the bullpen on the right field wall. Oh my God. You love to see it. Late game heroics here for the Colorado Rockies. And we still have no outs. Okay, Cerven flies out to right. But they switch to a righty, which benefits us. Now we'll see what Hunter Renfroe can do. How do we whiff on that? Good timing. Hunter, you got to do better than that, my friend. Do we have Lawrence scheduled to go in? Yeah, okay. Come on, Jonathan. Keep this inning alive, please. 2 runs is not going to be enough, I don't think. Got us on the high fastball. All right. All right, so we're going to bring in the closer. He's been very good all year and also is just so much fun to pitch with.
Number 61, Justin Lawrence.
I love these like super slidey wind-up guys. So fun to pitch with. I hate playing against it. I love to see it on my team, though. Tommy Pham sat down on the fastball right down the middle. Goldie 0 for 3 today, really struggling. Could not care any less. Uh-oh. This one driven out deep into left field. Jonathan Daza in pursuit. Luckily, Goldie is slow as hell, so he only gets a double out of that. That was deep into the gap. Oh, God, worst case scenario. They're going to send him. Bad throw from Hunter Renfroe, way offline. And there's a run with run on the board with a runner on first. There's a double play, though, to end it. Rogers. Oh, God. So the Cardinals were threatening, and we slammed the door shut. We get out of here with a win, and we are that much closer to getting our wild card spot. That was an incredibly close game. Lucas Giolito wins player of the game, goes 8 innings, only allows 4 hits, double-digit strikeouts, and only 1 earned. We end up scratching across 3 runs on 8 hits. That was an incredibly close game. A lot of fun. And we're on a bit of a winning streak. That's now 5 in a row. And when we pick off next stream, we'll be facing off against probably LA. And then maybe we'll play against the Braves. See what we can do there. We are currently 55 and 56, so right at 500, and we are only a game and a half out of the wild card race. So we are right there. We are overperforming a little bit ratings wise. We're 26th ranked, but we have high contact and good defense, and our pitching is holding. If our pitching starts to tank, then the team will tank. But we're playing at or like pretty much right at what you would expect for our ratings. So we just have to continue to perform well, and we'll see how we do. But thank you so much for watching this episode. We had a good draft. I think we made some good trades, and I'm looking forward to the next one and finishing out season number 1 here in a couple episodes. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next one.